Fam, what's up, the squad's favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies? I'm talking WNBA hoops. What a great night of WNBA hoops it was. Listen, some intense games, some surprising outcomes, some surprising performances. Let's talk about them. If this is your first time here, welcome to Cess Talk Sports. This is our WNBA game night recap. If this is your first time here, I want you to go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, like the video, share the video, jump in the conversation. Each one invite one. Let's double this thing up, yo. We talking women hoops here. We talk some other sports, but women's hoops here. Right now, we talking WNBA. Let's recap what we saw tonight. I mean, we diving into the matchups that we saw. So we had Phoenix Mercury and the Connecticut Sun, Los Angeles Sparks and Indiana Fever, and the Chicago Sky and the Seattle Storm. It's kind of hard to watch some of these because they kind of overlap, but if you was able to get enough screens up, you saw some really good hoops tonight. Probably not the outcomes that we expected for every game, but definitely saw some really good hoops. So each game I think had its own set of challenges for the teams. From some defensive struggles that we saw to some unexpected player performances. Let's talk a little bit about what we saw in each of those performances. So I'm gonna start with the Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Sun. I always want to be the Phoenix Sun because I'm used to saying NBA. Phoenix Mercury, y'all. Connecticut Sun. Let me get this thing right. Y'all know how Auntie get. Okay, now the Sun crushed the Mercury. Absolutely crushed them. They was up 20 with like 2 minutes left in the third. Game was over. It had been over probably since the first quarter. Not really sure what was going on with the Mercury. They never scored more than 15 points in any quarter. They didn't have any player in double digits. Diana Taurasi uncharacteristically went 0 for 7 from 3 and finished with just 6 points. Natasha Cloud led the team with 9 points. Kalia Copper had 7 points. This was the worst three-point shooting night in WNBA history. They went 1 for 27. I want to say that was like 3.7% or something from 3, single digits from 3. Expect them to be better next out. I mean, they're a veteran team. But I'm concerned that they may need to add some youth. Some people to be able to spell some of the veterans, and definitely some players that they're able to bring in and start bringing along to be able to grow into a succession plan for the players that they have in Phoenix right now. Connecticut starts the season 6-0. No, I don't know if anybody expected that. I expected them to play well. I didn't expect them to be 6-0. They're not playing no games with nobody right now. DeWanna Bonner and them, they're not playing no games with nobody right now. DeWanna Bonner hit her 7,000th point in her career. She had 19 points on the night. Brianna Jones chipped in with 16 points, 5 rebounds. The game was never really in question. Phoenix is gonna have to go back and really kind of figure out who they are, what's their identity, and what they want from the season. I think quite frankly from what we see from them so far. Connecticut is gonna play the Wings next on Friday, and then Phoenix has Minnesota up next on Friday. The next game was Sparks Fever. That was the game I was really looking forward to. Y'all know I'm a big Rakia Jackson fan. 313 Detroit stand up. What it do though? Hope she had them buffs on after this game. Rakia started for the first time. Happy for her. She looked really comfortable tonight in the offense and on the defensive end. I was glad that she was able to get the start. Aaliyah Boston. She had 2 quick fouls. Some of the foul calls were kind of questionable. I don't know. The refs and the whistles get a little creative sometimes for me, a little bit too creative for me sometimes. Some kind of sometimes it's phantom stuff. People will say I'm a little biased, but I wasn't even going for the Fever tonight. And I just felt like some of the calls was a little like, what happened here? But roll it back. But sometimes, and then especially in these WNBA games, goodness, some of these fouls that they call, they reviewing everything. These games go on and on and on and on and on. I want to say the first half of one of these games took about 47 minutes. We only played 40 minutes in a game. So I mean, we got to figure out some of this stuff. But so overall, some really good hoops going on. So CC started out slow, but she got cooking. She had a 3 earlier in the game, and I was like, okay, she's in her element. This is gonna be one of those home games that she's gonna be able to go off on and build on from the win that they had before. No, I was wrong. Sparks was like, hey, Auntie, we come to town to get our lick back, and that's what they did. It was a back and forth game. Like I said, you had Rakia Jackson in the starting lineup. I really think that made a difference for them. She scored 12 points in the starting lineup. Cameron Brink, she didn't score a lot of points, but I liked her defense. Okay, she had 2 blocks and a steal. Not okay. I know that those stats don't really blow you out of the water, but I think that she changed shots, protected the paint. I think she was really the defensive anchor there for them. The story of this game though was Kia Nurse with 22 and Ari McDonald with 21 off the bench. Maybe better to have Rakia Jackson starting and Ari McDonald off the bench, because Rakia was giving more about 7, 9 off the bench. He was able to get a solid 12, and then he brought in 21 off the bench. So maybe that slight change for Kurt Miller makes a difference. I don't expect Cameron Brink to play like this all season. She's been playing beautifully. I think she's in the definitely in the conversation for Rookie of the Year. Calling Cam Roy, calling Rakia Roy. These two ladies, I think, are going to be in that conversation. I liked what I saw out of them. The Sparks had 19 turnovers. They're going to have to clean that up, but they also hit 14 threes. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep that up, but it's nice to know that they can range some threes when they need to and when they get going. We know Rakia jumper wet. That three wet now. That's how I go. Cameron Brink knocked the three down. So they definitely have an opportunity to be able to space the floor and pull some of the bigs out to create some different space. Creating that space also is going to allow players like Rakia to be able to attack the basket. You know, she's a bucket. She'll get in there and hit you with that turnaround one leg, or go all the way to the hoop and finish through contact. Shoots free throws pretty good. So I like the way that their chemistry is coming together. They were able to kind of claw back into this thing and get the win. Caitlin's stat line was ridiculous, but it did not get teammates involved to a point where they were able to capitalize on any mismatches that they may have had. And even though she scored a lot, it ended up in a loss, and that's kind of been what we've seen here. When Caitlin scores a lot, they don't get the win. Although they've only won one game, and that was against the Sparks in this last game, and I thought that they had kind of really found a groove and a lineup that they were going to be able to work with, but still a little bit too inconsistent with all the pieces working together in Indiana. So you gotta give them a little bit more time there. So next up, the Sparks are going to visit Chicago on Thursday. That's going to be the second stop on their 3-game road trip. And then you got the Fever. They're going to host Seattle on Thursday in their second straight home game. Maybe we'll get a chance to see the Fever redeem themselves on their home floor. Seattle's playing really tough right now. We're going to talk about them next. The Sky actually played the Storm today. The Sky got going too late. The Sky got going too late to get this thing going. You definitely see that where Camila Cardoso will be able to come in and have her game help impact winning. She'll be able to score, protect the rim, run the floor, um, change shots, rebound. Definitely sees where it's going to be beneficial to have her on the floor. I'm looking forward to seeing her and Angel on the floor together. The efficiency of Dana Evans right now is an issue for me. He can't be negative 21 in the plus minus right now and be the effective point guard and be the floor general. It just doesn't work, especially not with a young team and a team that's really trying to find their way. Like you need your point guard to really be locked in, um, and controlling the pace of the game, understanding who's on the floor, the personnel that she has on the floor with her, how to get them involved, where to get them involved, when to push pace, when to slow it down. I'm not seeing that with Dana Evans right now. I don't know if that's something that she's going to be able to correct here going forward, or if the Sky may in fact need to look at making some changes there. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that. But still, minus 21 just isn't effective enough in the plus minus for me. Angel Reese, 11 points, 12 rebounds, her first double double in her WNBA career. Congratulations on that. She also had 2 steals, 3 assists. She shot 4-9 from the floor, 100% from free throw. Didn't get the win, but good game for her. Good game for the rookie. This was a good bounce back game from the game that she just had before, where it was rough. She got beat up a little bit. She had to take it on the chin. She had some welcome to the WNBA moments. Got back up, kept playing. Didn't see it didn't seem like there was any effects from the fall or anything interrupting her game, or keeping her from being able to beat Angel Reese. If anything, I just maybe a lot of games in a shorter span of time than what she's used to. Although I didn't see her get really really tired on the floor. Just the team overall, they weren't clicking on all cylinders, and they didn't look crisp and focused and locked in as a team. And I'm sure Teaspoon will have that taken care of by the very next time that they take the floor, because she didn't look happy at all. Kennedy Carter, she played well for the Sky. She scored 12 points. Diamond DeShields still on the minute restriction, holding her back from going off. She had 6 tonight, and maybe keeping the team from actually being able to get into a good rhythm too, with her kind of being on a minute restriction. Seattle looks clunky, but held on for the win. Not sure if they get this win if Cardoso plays in this game. I don't know if they would have had an answer for Cardoso in the paint. Uh, they were led by Skylar Diggins and Jewel Lloyd. They both went for like 21 and 19 respectively. It's a veteran team that saw almost all the starters hit all double figures except for Victoria Vivian's. She went for 7. All starters though had a positive plus minus. They figured this thing out. They won 3 straight games now, and at the first time they are at 500 since the 2022 season. They pulled away in the third quarter, but had to hold Chicago off to seal the win. Chicago got a little scrappy and actually outscored Seattle by 3 in the fourth, but they couldn't overcome the third quarter that they lost by like 11 points. Jewel Lloyd got her 350th steal, third player in franchise history to do that. She's like 10 behind Lauren Jackson now, and like 374 or something behind Sue Bird, some kind of ridiculous number. But Seattle figuring it out. I don't know if I'm buying into them yet. I'm really kind of irritated with them. I'm glad that they got the 3 wins in a row. I know that they're a veteran team trying to figure it out, but I really would like to see Nika Mule get on the floor and play some basketball for them. Maybe they bring her along slow. I'm not really sure, but we had all of this about she wasn't playing because of the visa. Now she has the visa. She's still not playing. I think maybe she saw 3 minutes on the floor since we got the visa. So just want to understand a little bit better about how Nika's fitting in. I thought that her defense could definitely help them, and I thought that she definitely could play some effective backup minutes. So interested to see how they use her going forward. But that was all we have for tonight. Don't forget to share your thoughts on the games in the comments below. Like I said, y'all hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, like the video, share the videos. Come on back for some more WNBA updates and game recaps. We are live tomorrow night. Game on. Pull up in the chat. It's your favorite auntie. Until next time, y'all. Stay tuned. Talk soon. Stay hooping. I'm out.